I hate this fucking series. As you can see, I just saw Paranormal Activity 2, and people are like, well, why'd you see it? Well, if you don't see it, then people are like, well, you haven't seen it. I don't even want to watch Paranormal Activity 3. I really fucking don't. I don't understand. I really don't understand how this film made so much money. I said before, I love Blair Witch Project, I love Cloverfield. This is like, okay, Paranormal Activity, you want to know my thoughts on the first film, go back and watch my review for the first film. I hated the ending, the boyfriend character seemed like an asshole, provoking it. Just, the psychic subplot was pointless. I just think there's so many other films that deserve franchises. So many other things that deserve franchises. Cobra with Stallone, that deserves a fucking franchise. Fucking Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, that deserves a franchise. I mean, we should be in the age where there's more X-File movies, good ones, than Paranormal Activity films. And again, Evolution, that deserves a franchise. I know it's all personal opinion. If you like these films, that's fine. Just my personal distaste for these films. With the first film, I was not a fan of the ending, really killed it for me, and other problems I had with it. The second film, what you find out is that the second film is a prequel to the first film until the very end, where it's like the last 5 minutes or so is a sequel. But the rest of it is a prequel to the first film. That's what Paranormal Activity 2 is. And you do have the people from the first two in the film, because it is a prequel, they show up. But it's about the lead girl's sister, Christy, who's with this guy named Dan, and they've moved in. He's filming it, and they have their newborn son. Then you have another daughter from the guy's side of the family, like from another marriage, named Allie. And then Dan and Chrissy had a son named Hunter. So you have 4 family members and a dog. And seriously, for the first half of this fucking movie, you could say the first hour, I swear to God, nothing happens in this film. Nothing. And I know people don't want to say the same thing. Even my stomach got pissed. If you didn't hear that, my stomach go, ah. That was scarier than this movie. People don't say the same thing with Blair Witch Project, but Blair Witch Project, physically, it just had much more atmosphere and character development, or deterioration, I should say, and like being lost in the woods and running out of food, running out of water, and they just had more to it, and its legend was better than these movies, in my opinion. This mythology they're coming up with, you find a little bit more. But literally, its big deal is that, like, they have a pool. There's a moment where, okay, this is a good idea, where their house gets burglarized. Nothing gets taken but a necklace that her sister, the girl from the first film, gave to this girl, Christy. So they're like, okay, we don't set up security cameras. Makes sense. Of course, one person pointed out, do security cameras usually record audio? Because I've seen security cameras, and I don't think they record audio. Well, maybe they got the high-tech stuff, because this guy is a head of Burger King. Yes, they actually mentioned this guy, the guy here actually worked, I guess he's a boss at Burger King, or he's an owner of a Burger King. They mentioned Burger King. Makes me want to go to Burger King. Be more entertaining than watching this movie again. It's mainly this big stuff is, oh, there's the pool filter is in the pool again, and then it gets taken out of the pool. And every day the pool filter is in the pool, and then it gets taken out of the pool. And then they see a video where the thing glides out of the pool and slides down. And the guy's like, oh, that's nothing. Really? And like a pot falls down, and there's weird noises, and like the daughter of the guy, the alley character, she hears something. She walks out. She gets locked out. They had a nanny, a Hispanic housekeeper, who of course is very superstitious. Of course, just like that movie Devil, where the Hispanic guy is the superstitious guy. And she's trying to cleanse the house, and the dad, Dan, is like, no, you shouldn't be doing that. I don't know what you're doing. You're fired. I'm like, great job. And the daughter, Allie, she, something's going up. There's noises. And very quickly, she just, da, 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 and automatically she knows it's a fucking demon. And she pretty much knows what's going on, pretty much, of, oh, wait, it says here that, for wealth or power, you can trade with a demon. For wealth and power, you just need to give them, the first newborn son. And then she finds out that the hunter, the little boy, is the first newborn son since like the 30s or something. So maybe that's why this is happening, I guess, or something like that. And that the entity will keep haunting the individuals until a son comes to fruition, and that it'll take the son. I don't know what for, why the demon needs a boy. I'm sure there's a bad joke about, you sure it's not a priest, but that's a bad joke. The big events, there were some, if I try to count a handful, okay, where the boy is sleeping and he's being dragged in his crib and dragged over the crib gently, and then the boy's walking around. Okay, I'll give you that. There's a moment where the Christy, the lead girl, gets dragged down the steps, but I saw that in the first film, so. There's a moment where Christy's in the kitchen and all the doors open wide, and of course they don't try to leave. At least the first one, the girl said that, the girl in the first one said, it doesn't matter, it keeps following me wherever I go. This girl says she doesn't remember anything of what happened. And you actually have the lead girl in this one come by, and Katie come by and talk about it. And the lead girl, Chrissy, is trying to ask her sister, Katie, and Katie's like, I don't want to talk about it. Because the lead girl here doesn't remember anything. She says she does. And she talks about how, I remember you were crying all the time, and if you don't stop this, you don't turn out just like our mother. And they talk about their mother a lot. To spoil a little first for Paranormal Activity 3, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Because at the end of this film, part 3, the mom and dad are dead. The mom or just like her boyfriend, they're both dead at the end of this film. And their grandma fucking takes them in. So what happened to the house burning down? What happened to fucking... I know, it gets into brainwashing and all that. I get that in the third film. I looked into the third film because I want to see what I was getting myself into. And I watched the ending to the third film. And I'm like, so what? Is it brainwashing? Is it the fucking Men in Black now? Is that what the demon and the coven and all... The fucking mythology is almost as fucking dumb as Halloween 6. Producers and theatrical cut. I fucking hate Halloween 6, and I fucking hate these movies and their mythology. This is basically a film, shit, we gotta make a franchise. So let's pull shit out of our ass. So yeah, there's a fire, and they talk... Like, the guy in the first film says, well, when, if we have any negative feelings, if we don't want that, let's not invite your mother. So what? They were brainwashed and they were made to think that the grandma was their mother? Like, that's what I do to fucking... But like I said, nothing happens. Like, the dog they have, Abby, is like the most likable character. Just from time to time, it's barking at nothing, but it's right by the baby's crib, so it's almost like the baby's protector. And then one night it gets attacked. They go the guy says they put it to the vet, and then the guy Dan says that he's going to come home and take Abby home, and then you never hear about the dog because the Christy, when she was dragged, now she's acting funny, and Allie, the daughter, is calling to tell her dad to get home quick. So I don't know what happened to the dog. I don't know if the dog's alive or dead, which makes me wonder because he was the most likable character in the film, the German Shepherd dog. Uh, and Chrissy doesn't remember anything, this girl, so why don't they assume let's just get the fuck out? Of course, the guy, he's the skeptic, and he doesn't believe until the very end when they watch the video of being dragged. And then they get the Hispanic woman to come back, not an exorcist, not fucking Match Foncito and Carna, not anybody, but they get the nanny back to do something, and apparently the deal is you can pass it off to another blood relatives. So these great guys, these great people are going to pass it off to Katie, which then results in this film. So the shit goes down, and she tries to attack Dan, the Christie, and the daughter's scared. The guy goes down the basement because he's got infrared on his camera, and a lot of shaking going around. And I guess you have to touch the cross to her, and he does. And like weeks later, she's talking about how she's come by their house. The lead girl, Christy, doesn't remember anything. Dan and others do, but they decide not to say shit. So I'm like, wow, you guys are great. I understand it's your wife and kid, but wow, you just pass it off to this innocent person, Katie. She's like, it's like weeks later, she's like, man, things are starting happening in our place, and they replaced the beginning of this film. Which again, I thought the whole point of this film, it was the boyfriend edging egging it on, I should say, not edging, egging it on, or edging it on until it comes over their faces, egging it on and using the Ouija board and pissing it off. Obviously, that's not the case. The guy didn't have to do shit at all. Because like in this film, they burn a photo which these guys find and they add. He's like, well, wait a minute, how could we have found this photo? What's going on? There's no way I could have found this photo. Well, the photo's in this film. They burn it, and then it goes to their place. No, it doesn't make fucking sense. I know. Unless you look real hard to connect the dots, and they're really, it's a story mythology. It's just not worth investing time. And I'm sorry, I don't think it's that great of a story. And these are great characters, and the daughter is saying, no, you can't do this, you can't do this. At least she's saying it, but the Dan is like, that's your brother up there, and it's like, well, no further sorry. Like, go up and say, you know what, I'm sorry, I did this, I had to do this, let's try to help you. No, nothing. And it's like, so they pass it off to, so the boyfriend, Eddie, and on didn't mean anything. It's because these people pass it off to her, and then, of course, at the end of this film, she gets possessed. So last 5 minutes, the girl, Allie, she's off on a school trip. The girl in this film comes in, breaks the guy's neck, throws Christy, the girl, to the camera, kills her, takes the baby, disappears. Tyler says that Allie came home to find the bodies. The little kid and the girl from this one, the first film, you never see again. And then I go whip my dick out and beat the fuck out of anybody associated with these movies. I mean, once again, a fucking shock ending, a story I don't give a fuck about. It's not scary. Again, a handful of moments, the baby, okay. I should say little kid. The dog was the most likable character, and I don't even know the fate of the dog. Did it die at the vet? Did they put it down the vet? Because at the end, you don't see the dog anywhere, so I guess the dog died, but they don't say anything. For fuck's sake. That was the most likable character in the fucking movie. It's just, Jackass 3 has more fucking better storytelling than these movies. I'm sorry. It's just, it's boring. And it's mediocre at best. And the characters you don't really give much of a shits about, except the fucking dog. And, you know, the tip, I swear to God, one more time they put the fucking deal with the fucking pool filter, I was gonna drown someone in the fucking pool. Fuck the pool filters! God damn it! I mean, they're not scary. It's just watching people, and I watch a door going this, which I saw in the first film, and fucking, um, the fucking daughter, like, she, like that, fucking figure out in 5 seconds what Google, Yahoo, whatever, just what's going on and what to do, and the nanny, somehow she fucking knew what to do. Yes, she sees this, and these Hispanic people are very supernaturally enhanced. They know. They just know what to do. God damn it. Fuck's sake. And this whole backstory that you're getting in, it just... Of course, when you first see the film, I guess you want... You know it was a prequel, because I'm like, oh, I know that girl. Wait a minute, she's not dead yet. Oh, okay, so this is a prequel. It's not like you figure out at the end, and... You know, the dad is an asshole. He, like, doesn't believe in anything until the very end, finally. And, you know, has one of those shock endings once again that I'm just tired of these found footage films. And not much happens. That's really much ado about nothing. Especially the first, like, hour is fucking boring. Except the dog and the baby doing this little thing there. And then in the kitchen, then all the cabinet doors open. Again, they don't know that it follows them around everywhere. Why don't they decide to try to get the fuck out? But I don't know. I mean, in the first film, the lead girl remembered stuff. Remember the house burned down. Remember this. So she knew it would follow her all the time. This, the lead girl didn't. It's like she remembers being scared and that's it. But anyway, the movie is fucking boring. Pretty much. I'm sure, you know, a lot of these films also, apparently, especially the third film, they have stuff in the trailers that's not in the film. I didn't see the trailer to this film, so I don't know what the hell, like, is in the film, not in the film. I should look that up right now, just, and real quick light's sake. So I can let people know what's in the film and not in the film. As if people give a shit. Okay. They show the first film again. In 2009, you demanded it. I didn't demand it. I demand a Cobra sequel. I demand an Evolution 2. I demand a lot of other sequels, not Paranormal Activity, or 2, or 3. I didn't pay money for these films. I rented them for free because I worked there. Dog barking at the bathroom door. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Is the toy, one of the kids' toys, you know, moves by itself. Yeah, pretty much that trailer. Yeah, that's pretty much in the film. Pretty much. Except that last shot where a woman is standing where the baby's at. I don't remember that from the movie. At the end of the trailer. But yeah, I mean, it's only a minute long, so... Yeah. Pretty much, I'm thinking the end of the trailer is not in the movie. Fuck your advertisements. But, yeah, I don't like these movies, obviously. But yeah, I'm going to see Paranormal Activity 3. I'm dreading it. I am fucking dreading it. Shit!